Warning: the following is a work of fiction and not intended for children or other sensitive individuals. Viewer discretion is strongly advised. Once upon a time, I went to buy a fluffy pony. I walked down to the local shelter and found a cute pink Pegasus mare named Taffy. She was adorable, but very sad. I asked the shelter worker why, and she said it was because her only foal had been put out in the front window to be sold. Feeling sad for the mare, I had her brought up to the front and asked her to find her baby. She did after only a moment of being near the foal pen. It was a little green Pegasus colt. I bought them both, much to the mare's joy. I took the mama and baby home and put them in the safe room I had prepared. Taffy was overjoyed to be in her new home with the baby she loved so much. I found out from her that she had once been a part of a feral herd that was killed by a honk monster, probably a truck. Her mate was killed trying to roll her to safety as she was still pregnant. At the shelter, she gave birth to just one foal, a little green colt. Things went pretty well for a while. Taffy was good as gold. Never complained, never missed the litter box, and always did what you told her. The foal was also healthy, well-behaved, and cuter than two puppies wrestling a kitten. Both of them loved you very much and called you Daddy. Then one day, you let them out to play in your tiny backyard. They loved it, and you figured it was safe enough to leave them alone for a minute to go make a quick phone call. However, when you came back, you found that a feral stallion had gotten into the yard, cheap fucking fence, and was giving Taffy special hugs. Much to her distress, the poor green foal could only cry as he watched the
Me hurt mama.
You pull the stallion off, but it was too late. Taffy was pregnant. Needless to say, that feral stallion got fixed by your shoe. You were worried for a moment that Taffy wouldn't want foals from her rapist, but she actually seemed happy about the idea. Well, she seemed happy. Her green foal, however, was another matter. Over the next few weeks, you noticed a change in the family dynamic. Taffy was so excited about her
New baby's coming.
that she accidentally started ignoring her current baby. One time, you were watching them resting in the safe room. Taffy was singing a song of some kind.
Good babies, mama loves babies.
Not much to you, but probably a sweet melody for her.
Love mama.
The green colt cooed. That would have made the scene even cuter had Taffy not replied.
Shh, quiet baby. Mama trying to sing to new babies.
Instantly, the little green foal burst into tears and waddled away. Taffy did try to follow, but she was too bloated. You spent the better part of 20 minutes calming the poor foal down as he wept into your shirt. 3 weeks passed, and Taffy's pregnancy finally came to an end when one morning, 4 a.m. to be exact, you were alerted to her screams of pain coming from the safe room. You had luckily been prepared for this and had several old towels on hand.
Be Holly's daddy.
Taffy cried.
I know, sweetie. It's okay. You're just having a babies.
Taffy's distress instantly turned to joy.
Yeah, babies.
The green foal, on the other hand, became noticeably unhappy. As you helped Taffy deliver, you watched her child sulk under a blanket, not saying anything, just laying there quietly. Even on a Fluffy's face, you knew that look. It was the same look your nephew had when his little sister was born. The look of a child worried that he wouldn't be loved anymore because he was no longer the smallest and the cutest. It was sad. Taffy's foal was already a week old when you met him, and at 4 weeks, he would soon be a colt. He would no longer be a baby. More importantly, he would no longer be Taffy's baby. You wouldn't know what to do if this problem grew, how you would handle it. You're sure Taffy wouldn't intentionally neglect her older offspring, but it's well known that fluffy mares can sometimes become so preoccupied with taking care of their newborns that everything else gets ignored? You wouldn't want the green foal to become one of those things. Soon the foaling was over. Taffy once more gave birth to just one foal, a tiny bluish earth colt. Being that it was now only 5 a.m., you decided to go back to bed, making sure Taffy and her new foal had both made it through the birthing process without any incident. She snuggled and cooed at her newborn, telling it that it was a good baby. It was all very sweet, but you still couldn't help but worry about the mewling newcomer's older sibling, who was still sulking quietly under the blanket. What was even more sad about it was that Taffy didn't even notice. You sighed, closed the safe room door, and shambled off back to bed. A few hours passed, and at 8 a.m., you were alerted to a strange cry from the safe room. You bolted up. How could you not see this coming? Of course, this must happen all the time with multiple litters of foals. You were so stupid for not thinking about this. Why didn't you take precautions? Why didn't you separate them? Why didn't...
Baby Rodney, baby brother.
You breathed a sigh of relief as you saw the most adorable sight. The green foal was holding his new brother like he was a grown stallion, cradling it in his arms with love and affection. Taffy looked on with pride and joy as her two children bonded.
Look, Daddy, baby so happy.
She cheered. You couldn't believe that you had worried for even a moment. For this fluff mama, her little green foal was the most precious thing in the world, and thanks to you, they were able to stay together and be a family. In the coming weeks, the green foal grew into a colt. He was no longer a baby, but that was okay with him, because he was still a big brother. You named him Sugar. Sugar, the little green Pegasus colt, son of Taffy and big brother to Sprinkle. The end.
To let you know YouTube will be dealing with you shortly, I reported you for videos that probably involve animal abuse, even though the animal isn't a real animal. It is still class animal abuse because it involves an animal. To be honest, I will never regret reporting you. You should get removed. I'm sorry, it's the best for this community. Cannot see animal abuse anymore. Bye-bye now. You know, this is class animal abuse, to be honest. Even if it's not real, it is technically an animation. With you are kind of disgusting for what you put on YouTube. I have no pure judgment, but this shit goes over the levels for what you could go over, to be honest. You're technically encouraging animal abuse, and you fucking enjoy it, don't you? It's not my fucking problem that you are kind of mentally disabled, you know. You're not disabled. You're fucking retard. When they fucking thought about what you're fucking doing on this platform, if you want to put any hate on me, go a fucking head and give you 6 reasons why this contact is class animal abuse. And yes, I don't regret cotton what I put because it's true. Unless you really want to be reported off the platform, I recommend you notice fictional animals you're drawing Fluffy being abused, and it's technically an animal to be precise. You are crazy thing in the head. No, I am not trying to fight someone who will not be able to be redeemed, but to be for something. It's technically animal abuse, but if you watch the videos, which is evidence of what you're doing, even if you didn't draw them, then it's technically you posted some fucked up contact. But there is a way to possibly relieve yourself if you didn't know that of any more abuse, and I'm quite bloody offended because you don't know. Some people own animals. Some people wouldn't want to see this on YouTube. People love their pets, but you technically caught people abuse their pets, possibly why most of your videos get fucking hated on, you absolute idiot. Got me? You technically do it about a Pacific made-up animal, but in my own fucking fucking opinion. You're just trying to set up animal abuse, and I bet you now I wouldn't get you fucking reported 6 fucking hours. But the problem is I wouldn't do such a thing because one crazy thing on the post your comment turned off, possibly because you get so much goddamn hate for what you're posting, or you're just a piece of shit. With coming out your mouth, the person, you're technically looking at something which can contain animal abuse, even if it are made of animal. It is still fucked up while you're posting it. I am basically soon to be 18, but I'm pretty sure this disgusting shit. One question wrong way. How the fuck old are you wrongly? I'm putting it right because at this point you're technically showing something that is a bit fucked up on YouTube. You should think about it yourself, to be precise. I reckon you stop posting any videos because at this point you're going to get a lot of fucking hate encouraging that mate to be honest about recommended your fucking channel to no one because of this point. You are disgusting. You basically have no fucking idea, but you're doing animal abuse. People would call it out because you're saying that, crashing out more like they're calling you. I am not exactly what no videos, because to be honest, I don't want to watch that one fucking video. It took me up a very bad angle level. You will make me so fucking mad. How idiotic are you? I'd recommend you get some fucking help before I question if you're human fucking being, mate. Be honest, you're such a piece of dunk, which is a blur because I don't want to say any more swear words to this sentence, but at this bloody point, you make me think twice about the swear words I'm lying bloody putting them. You see, when someone has an animal, you post this contact for fucking attention. You're attention-seeking fuck that post animal abuse, and you don't fucking understand why it's technically encouraging animal abuse. How about you get nothing into it, even if they're made up animal, even if they do it in their fucking community? It is still fucking wrong because it's disgusting and it's fucked up in your head. Who would do that? Who would fucking do it? I wouldn't, because I know it would get me sent to fucking prison because they know they can't fucking do that. They draw a pretend animal called the Fluffy to be able to abuse it. I'm not trying to be the asshole, but this fucking video brews. What am I fucking looking at? Animal abuse. I recommend you get some absolute fucking help before you absolutely fucking horrors done you, because if I decline this now, I can look into a video that you participated because I am so smart. I ain't a jackass. I like you because I'm smart enough to see through every small fucking video, and it makes my fucking head hurt. I could report you, but I fucking won't at this point. But I will see if I can what reasons can get you an instant banned. Because at this point, what are you fucking doing? Animal abuse videos, even if the animal isn't real, it is the animal videos he said. I'm not trying to get everyone fucking angry at me, but I can see right through a fucking video very clearly. And it's not fucking good. What I say, I recommend what you fucking doing. It's quite disgusting me, and I will report that because I know for fucking fact what will happen if I don't report that shit, because it will fuck up the kid's mind, because you think about it, sometimes you could score a fucking child. Let me explain by how you can scar a child is mentally that child will be terrified, and I'm making not get you up this fucking platform, mate. You will regret if I find out you actually are going to be screwed, because what's the fucking point in making animal abuse videos when you know for fucking fact by the look of things you look like a fucking adult, and if you are adult, fucking think like one, you retard.